It is time for some more Cloaked to Grandmaster. In the last episode, we reached bottom Grandmaster MMR, 4.8k, so we're looking very strong. We got 3 wins in a row. Let's keep that momentum up. First game of the day is against Killa, 4-6 Protoss player. I think that's the 3rd Protoss since the last episode, so we are going to evolve our TVP level. I think in the last episode, if I remember, we got a little bit lucky. Like, we won 2 TVPs. The first one, our opponent opened with a double gate aggression, which didn't do anything. And I'm pretty sure the second one tried to cannon rush us, and it was well... You know, don't want to be too harsh. I don't think it was very well executed. Okay, I just got a random idea. And you guys know me. Whenever I get a random idea in the middle of a match, I have to do it. It's just, I don't know why. It's just, I have to, right? I don't have time to think about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wall the natural. This is extremely rare against Protoss. And for obvious reasons. Because if I get cheesed, this is a way more vulnerable area than this small ramp up here. And besides that, if I get attacked by like a bunch of Blink Stalkers later, my May base is empty, no buildings to siege tanks behind and stuff. That could be very tough. But because of the specific strategy that I've been liking to do, which is go for really fast Widow Mines, get Banshees and Ghosts and stuff, I think this could be quite comfortable. It's not the right spawn to wall on the low ground. This is something I will always complain about. I mean, I've accepted it, right? It doesn't make me upset anymore. But if I spawned here, the add-ons would be on the inside. That would be way better. But it is what it is. Now, I did go for a gas first, which might not be the absolute best option. But I guess we'll just see how it goes. I mean, it really depends on when the Protoss scouts. And, you know, maybe I should even scout him myself. I don't really like doing that with double gas, since my economy is already a little bit on the gutter. But I also don't want to die to a proxy, right? I personally... Okay, there it is. I saw it on the minimap. I always find it really suspicious when a Protoss doesn't scout, because against Terran, I think you might as well. Because the thing is, even if you lose money by scouting, against Terran, you can always attack the SCV making the barracks, and you make up money anyway. And I feel like Terran very often, in fact, almost every single game you play as a Terran against Protoss, speaking from experience on both sides, both as Terran and Protoss, you want to do some kind of aggression. So Terrans are always going to do something a little sneaky. If they don't, you're fine with it. If they do, you want to have as much information as possible. Here, if he didn't scout me, he would have no idea I was doing double gas. I mean, the low ground expansion or the low ground wall off is not even necessarily that big of a deal, but he wanted to know if I was playing double gas or not. And if he was paying attention, he would even know that I went for a gas first. I do think most Protoss players don't pay attention to that. Not out of laziness, but just because no one really plays gas first anymore. It's a little bit of an outdated build for the most part. Now, do I go for a 1-base starport as well for the super... I think I will, right? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Let's go for the full 1-base setup here. I mean, we're not going to have the Ghost, but we are going to make both the Widow Mines and the Banshees. Not entirely on 1 base, right? Because we are... we're going to expand in the middle of this, probably before I start my first Banshee, else it would be a little bit weird. But we did get everything before expanding, so it's definitely a pretty committed opener. Then I'm going to switch these over, make a tech lab on that one already. Let's see. So he's making a battery. Okay, this is a more classic response. He's not overreacting. It's a robo facility. Okay. Okay, now we have to think. Robo is very uncommon as tech. I can probably escape here. Let's see if I have a grenade. Where's the Stalker? Where did he... Okay, he just sent it the other way. Oh, no, he wasn't following me. I'm actually going to escape. No, that is... I mean, it's not a huge deal, to be fair, but that just hurts. You know, I can guarantee you guys, I have the mental advantage right now. No one wants to have that happen. But all right, a Robo first is way different. Like, I talk about it a bunch. Twilight into Blink is probably... I want to guess like 80% of the games, and then like maybe the 50% are Stargates, something like that. So seeing them open with a Robo means he does have very fast detection, which is kind of strange. Now I am allowed to make a Marine, so I guess I will just do that. Yeah, it feels a little bit unnecessary to make a Widow Mine, you know, just to deal with that. And then I'm going to go for the second starport behind it fast. Robo is really good because it has detection. But they don't have mobile units that deal with... Oh, I'm blocking with... Oh, that was actually very cool. I blocked the pylon with my freaking Reaper there. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to kill the Stalker, I think. Here we go. The Stalker is going to go down. Wait, watch this grenade. Watch this grenade, guys. Oh, barely not. No, I can barely not reach that. That would have been so freaking beautiful if I grenaded the probes into the Widow Mine. Sadly, not going to happen this time. Now, I'm just going to try and walk around with these. Be as annoying as humanly possible. He's pulling probes for the... for the Reaper, which I don't mind at all. Maybe I can hide that over there. That could be a pretty decent spot to hide. Now, he could technically attack me with... Let's say... Oh, I'm going to distract him back with his Reaper. Look at this. I could technically distract him with a couple Banshees. And then I don't know, maybe go for like 3 starports in the meantime? I don't know. Like, I could go for Ghost as well. Yeah, I think... Oh, that's the wrong building. I think I'm going to go for Ghost, not for Nukes yet. Normally, I would do it for Nukes. Oh, it's going to shoot. Look at that. It's good. I think it killed the Observer. Well, I didn't see the Observer die, but it looked like I was going to kill it. I should probably assume that it's alive, because it didn't look like it died. But the Observer was right there above the probe that it splashed. Now, in any case, I really doubt this guy had the clarity of mind during all of this to send an Observer to my base, which means these Banshees might come as a surprise. Though he did see the Cloak being built with his first probe, so that's one thing, right? Now, Ghost Banshee is going to be my composition of choice here. I think against Robo, Widow Mines are slightly less useful. So I'm going to go for the classic, the very standard double starport Banshee with 1 Barracks Ghost accompanying it. These, maybe I can send them to his 3rd bases. Now, he hasn't moved across yet with units, it looks like. So that means he has Stalkers at home. If he doesn't have Stalkers ready for this, I'd be kind of surprised. I guess that means he would have them at the front. No battery or cannon either. Oh, this is going to hurt. He's making a Twilight Council instead of a Robo Bay. That's slightly surprising. I do expect the Stalkers to... Oh, they're out on the middle of the map. He was attacking me, and it looks like he's coming back as well. Oh, no, that could be tragic. Okay, he does have an Observer here, but I also know he doesn't have Blink. So I can just chill around here for a little bit, especially... when I get Banshee speed, those are going to be absolutely brutal. I'm going to put 1 Marine over here. So he could be attacking me with the Prism. That's going to be a difficult match. The weakest part of Cloaked Master is that my army sucks straight up, right? Like the harassment, I mean, I don't have to tell it to you guys. You can see it. The harassment is absolutely fantastic. But in straight-up fights, it's definitely not quite as good. I mean, you can imagine that Stalkers just kind of beat Banshees and Ghosts. But I do have a lot. Yeah, 1 more Prism is not going to do that much against what I have. I'll get a good EMP off there. Oh, I got all of them. That is very nice. And now he's just going to have to run away. I'll make an engineering base so I can start wrapping my base in turrets. Let's see, Banshee speed is finished. And now, okay, really good by him that he was prepared there. Else I would have just gone full torture mode of those probes. I mean, he would never be able to catch up. I would be kind of surprised if he really tries to keep microing this. I mean, he doesn't have... Oh, he almost killed the Ghost. I was going to say, he doesn't have enough units to do something. I mean, the micro is good. I mean, this is so much APM, by the way. Like, this is an incredible amount of APM, but he is doing a good job. So, kind of surprised that he went for that, but well done by him. And here we go, these Banshees with speed. Look at these absolute Ferrari play. Oh, my goodness. That's 7 probes dying, I believe. And they're fast enough to just escape as well. Is it a good time for me to go across with my army? Keep in mind, he has the battery over there. Might not seem like a huge deal, but that battery is going to make sure my Banshees are not going to do enough damage. That's the thing. I'm going to try walking these Widow Mines across the map. I do have... Wait, is this a surround? It's almost a surround. Oh my god, I almost got a surround on that Prism there. I do have another Ghost. I just need to be careful that Ghosts are really bad against Stalkers. Like, even 3 Ghosts don't really want to have anything to do against Stalkers. So here, you could see him back off. Maybe he's going to come back in the bottom. That would be beautiful for me. If that Prism flies into these Widow Mines, I would think he might just, like, rage quit on the spot, because that would be horrible. And now I have the squad of Banshees, guys. Here we go. Man, when you have Banshees and the opponent doesn't have, like, Phoenixes, it looks so oppressive. Like, holy cow. I mean, even Blink is not that great. Look, I can just... You can see this? Oh my god, the micro there is very clean. Let's see. You got 1 Stalker. Can we get another one? Oh, this is so annoying for him. I think he's going to lose the core. Yeah, he's going to give up. I mean, I would give up on that as well, because the micro is just too disgusting. I can just put all of these Banshees on one little square like that, and there's almost nothing he can do. And now I know the Prism is back home, so I'm going to go across. I can EMP the battery, but just so you guys are not mistaken, EMPing the battery, he can still overcharge it. And overcharge is what I'm really afraid of. Because 1 battery, the energy gets drained pretty fast. But the overcharge will make sure that my already kind of low DPS units are not going to be able to do that much. Though I guess we can just keep annoying him forever. His Stalker movement makes me think he had an Observer maybe out on the map somewhere. Because he did see my Banshees go towards that direction. Wait, I'm going to snipe the battery. I think that's a pretty decent play, actually. I know it seems a little crazy to go for that. Okay, let's see. I mean, so far, this seems like a decent fight. I got the EMP here as well. Now the battery's already low HP, so I'm going to target it. Every single Stalker is EMP'd here, guys. There is so little HP on those. Now the Banshees are going to go for it without the shield. They just die way too fast. And this Ghost Banshee army has annihilated this Protoss. I think right now he is just swallowing the defeat, because he just disappeared. Like, he's just gone. He has nothing left. Unless there's a bunch of DTs about to walk into my base, I think he really is just trying to digest the loss at this point. And there we go. go. GG has been called 9 minutes and 30, and we beat Killa. And this was, oh my goodness, the units lost. This was a destructive game. 1,300 against 6,500. 5 times the resources lost. With just Ghost, Banshee, Widowmite against Mass Stalkers. I think this build, it has so much potential. I mean, I'm still afraid if they attack me. It's really hard. But when they let me harass them, it's so hard for them to get out of that. This is beautiful. Game number 1, success. Let's keep it going. Game number 2 is against another Protoss. All right, Protoss is popular these days, I see. Now, our MMR is looking good, guys. We're heading towards 5k, and I'm always happy when we reach 5k in these challenges. Now, what am I going to do? Did I like the low ground wall off? I'm actually not sure. You know what? Maybe we should just experiment and kind of adapt it as like our momentarily standard opener. I guess that makes sense. And just see if it at some point, you know, has a particular benefit or downside. I guess that's one good way to test builds. Now, I am once again going to complain because we are once again on the wrong side for the add-ons. Let me spawn on the right side for once, come on. And I'm also going to play Rax first that time, or this time, seeing if it's maybe just a little bit better. Maybe the build flows a little better. I mean, I like having the Banshees fast. That was nice. But I think the economy is also important. I mean, the thing with this challenge is that I do want to end up having both Banshees and Ghost. I mean, my ideal game, I have nukes everywhere. I have Banshees harassing one place to distract. Oh, that is a pretty early probe scout. That could be quite annoying. And then I have Widowmine scattered over the map with planetaries to defend. Wait, so he's trying to counter rush us, but our barracks is there. I mean, I feel like this is probably just good for us. I mean, I always talk about, okay, so he's going to take 1 gas. Right. I mean, this is a little confusing. I always talk about how counter rushing kind of sucks against Terran. I don't really know what this is exactly, to be honest. I mean, he's trying his best to counter rush. It's not really happening so far, though, I have to be honest. So far, this is not the best thing I've ever seen. And at the same time, I mean, that cannon is already cancelled. He's trying to damage my workers. I'm going to kill that 1 probe. And now I guess I'll just go back. I mean, I do have to keep a couple here, but now I think I could just expand. I mean, he took my gas, but Terran doesn't necessarily need that amount of gas early on. So now there's another probe here. Just going to make sure I don't lose that SCV, because that would be annoying. I did give him a little bit too much space here, to be fair. Now, this is the thing with cannon rushes. Like, cannon rushes, I feel like, very often cause panic. But realistically, you can just attack it with 3 SCVs or 4 SCVs if you're scared. And that is pretty much the end of the cannon. Now, let's see. There's a probe over here. I'm going to kill that. And then I'm going to send these homies back to the mineral line after they're done with the cannon. Guess I'll start the factory and the command center. And that's it for the cannon rush. And now we're just going to find ourselves ahead, which is great. I'm going to scout his base. Is there something I need to be careful of? I feel like I just need to scout the follow-up. That's the biggest thing here, really. Like, cannon rushers always do funky follow-ups. It's just a rule. I don't know who made that rule, but cannon rushers always have to either expand very greedily or go DTs, or go Stargate, or a combination of the bunch. Okay, so he has a cannon over there. I'm not going to be able to do infinite damage. Let me see. There's no gas here yet. I can probably just AFK the Reaper there forever and just forget about it, to be honest. Look. Yeah, cannon rushing against Terra, guys. This is what it looks like, okay? Once it's held, you're just not going to be very happy. Now, what I do have to say, and this is not something I thought about, but he has cannons now against my Cloaked unit. So maybe what I should do, guys, I could go ultra greedy here and just go for, oh, I like that idea. Now, look at it. I don't even have to look at the Reaper anymore. This is just super annoying. I can even ult position it here too. But then there's a small chance I walk into the cannon, and I really don't want to waste this opportunity to just do infinite damage pretty much. So I'm going to start the Ghost Academy. And I think it's the best thing I can do here, because I'll just be able to go for like a lot of nukes. And yeah, what is he really good? Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, that is... I mean, I was already telling you guys I should be careful, but that was way more range than I expected, not gonna lie. Like, I really didn't think that was gonna reach. Okay, so he does have 2 gates. Okay, he pulled his workers to kill this one. Not quite sure why. Okay, for a second I thought he wanted to go back to his main, but I suppose not. So I made my 4 Marines. This is... Wait, am I allowed 5 Marines or 4? I don't even know. I mean, I don't want to make any more anyway, but I guess having some clarity would be nice. But I am switching it up, but just because he has a lot of cannons and Banshees are not going to be as good. That's actually the best hold, by the way. Sometimes people ask me, what the hell are you supposed to do against these speed Banshee raids? But cannons are very often the best answer. So I outgreeded my opponent. I can bet you he's going to be making more cannons here as well to defend. Okay, so it's batteries, maybe cannons later. He did want to make something else with that probe, you could pretty clearly see. So I'm going to make 2 Widowmines. I'll park them in front of his base. I should really kill this gas, huh? I even stopped thinking about it, to be honest. I mean, I already have 3 bases. I feel very comfortable. There's a second gas, but I'm getting so much scouting at Twilight Council. That does not detect. Wait, did he make the cannon here in the end? Yeah, he did make the cannon. Okay, pretty much what I expected. Yeah, my opponent has pretty much 0 scouting. Like, and when I say pretty much, I mean literally. Like, there's no scouting. I guess he technically could have a corner base. You know what? I'm just going to check for it because I think it's just a smarter way to play. And then after that, I'm going to get a nuke. And this is the best position I found myself in a long time. I'm going to make 1 nuke here. And if I'm right, as soon as I get past that cannon, there should be nothing he can do against the nuke besides just run away. I think that is actually correct. I mean, what is he supposed to do, right? Like, he doesn't have anything here, really. I do think I need to get the planetary up ASAP because I'm playing a little greedy. So I'm going to go for my 5cc setup. Wait, can I bait him into that? Oh, no. Oh, he actually got baited into that. That's so painful. I mean, he's going to have Blink at some point, and I don't have any units that are going to get Stalkers. So I'm just going to make sure I get the PF sub. I have 2 Ghosts out here. I should probably make the Armory, actually. Yeah, I'll make the Armory right here. Then I'm going to distract him. My nuke is about to finish. I'm going to distract him in the main base with my Reaper. And then as soon... Oh, okay, he wants to go for a big attack. Maybe I have been a little greedy, guys. Maybe. I'm going to distract him with this. The units are going to come back into the main, and then I'll drop the nuke. That's the plan. Let's see, the nuke is still not ready. The thing is, I need to sneak past the cannon. Okay, we're going to sneak past the cannon here. That's great. Going to make another Ghost Academy as well. He's going to make another cannon there, which is quite funny. And I'm just going to nuke that place. Okay, there we go. I'm going to start the nuke again instantly as well. I mean, did he actually make something that can detect in the long run, like an Oracle or like a robotics facility? There we go. That cannon has to be canceled already. I hope he doesn't walk his Stalkers from the high ground into there without looking. And he can't really mine right now. Ghosts have an auto attack, guys. Believe it or not. You don't see it get used a lot, but Ghosts do have an auto attack, and this feels absolutely brutal. He does have the detection range is probably like right here, so I do need to be careful with that. Look at this Ghost. Oh my god, this is just disgusting. It's killing so many workers because he had to cancel that cannon. It was in range of the nuke. I do need to make an engineering base so I can actually turn those into planetaries, by the way. That would be quite smart of me to do. So that's gonna die. I got a couple more nukes on the way. I guess I'll just nuke over there. I mean, he can't really do that much about it, right? I do need to get another barracks as well, I think. I'm just trying to lock this game down 100% and kind of trying to figure out the way how to do it. Let's see. So that is a cannon that's gonna die. I imagine that he made another what's it called, he made another form of detection after the nuke started going off. So the robo is probably building. Yeah, exactly, there is the observer, probably sniping right away. Yeah, we sniped it already. That's beautiful. And now I'm gonna start nuking the nexus, guys. I could snipe his detection forever. I can't really attack into the cannon, but I mean, at some point it's gonna fall, and then he will have quite literally no detection. It's gonna fall to this nuke. Look at this. This has to be the funniest way to break someone's natural, by the way. He lost so many probes to that as well. Oh my god. And now here I am. The widow mines are out in full force, and he has the observer, but I'm going to be able to target it. There we go. The observer falls. Let's do an EMP. Oh my god, that EMP is brutal. Look at this. Maybe he doesn't realize I've killed the observer, guys. Oh my god, these ghosts are just going to be killing everything. Look at these poor Stalkers. I guess I could maybe do another nuke, and he's trying to counterattack, but I already have planetaries in place, and there's nothing he can really do against it. I can depower everything here, actually. Let's see. I'm going to kill those 2 pylons. I'm going to snipe the observer when it comes out, like right away. At least that's the plan. Okay, finish. Okay, there we go. That observer is gonna die. Then I'm gonna nuke in the middle of these pylons as well. Oh my god, this is freaking brutal. This guy's been annihilated. You can just see the nuke landing. It's gonna kill these pylons. These pylons were all gonna die. And I feel like this game was just perfect. This game was a cannon rusher getting punished as hard as you possibly could get punished. The cannon rush got held, and then he just had nothing he could do against my ghost play. He didn't go for the detection first because he decided to make a lot of units with the gates. I had cloak units and snipe his observers every time. He could have microed it better, but this was absolutely beautiful. Nukes to counter the cannon rusher. We've seen it before. Let's go to the next game. They're playing against a random player. All right, that always makes it more difficult. You know, I wonder if I'm slowly just going to gravitate towards playing like my Protoss and just like annoying them as much as I can. Well, I already do that and always walling on the low ground. I feel like all my races are just going to look the same at some point, which is pretty cool. I mean, I do enjoy the way I play. I do think it's very, very entertaining for the most part. Now, I guess if you're playing against a random, it's a little riskier to wall on the low ground. I think walling on the low ground is... Well, it's not really popular in any matchup, but it is normal in TVZ. Like, you can see it in TVZ and be like, okay, people do this sometimes. That's all right, you know. Against Protoss or Terran, you never see it. And I think in particular against Terran, it's pretty terrifying, to be honest. Like, I mean, if your barracks is here and there's like a Reaper proxy here and then jump into your main, or even worse, actually, imagine getting tank push and you're walling on the low ground. That'd be kind of scary. The thing is, though, Cloaked to Grandmaster, very often the chaos is what gives me the games, right? So if they want to attack me and allow me to have Banshees in their base at the same time and maybe sneak out some Widowmines and stuff like that, like, I don't know, maybe it can work out quite well. I'm going to scout a little earlier than normal because if it is a Zerg, I don't want to mine that much gas early on, right? Well, I could technically send a bunch of Widowmines across the map, but that is kind of a ridiculous strategy. I mean, not that it's impossible to win with, but it is a little bit of a ridiculous strategy. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to play double gas because I think that's the best option against both Terran and Protoss, giving us a 66% chance that it's all right. And then if it's a Zerg, I guess I'll just stop mining gas, or I'll find a way to use it somehow. I guess we'll see. I'm getting Terran vibes from this, to be honest. I'm getting Terran vibes here. Let's see. Is it a Terran player? It doesn't look... Oh, this... A one-base Zerg of all things. Okay, well, highly interesting, first of all. I'm pretty happy. Well, either I'm very happy or I'm not happy at all. I don't even know yet whether, you know, if my low ground wall off is good here. Because I'm going to be able to defend my natural with this. I'm not going to be contained. Then at the same time, it feels pretty vulnerable, right? So I don't know, guys. Like, I need to see what this is. Normally, this is like a Ravager attack. This looks more like a Bailing attack, I have to say, because he has so many links. Oh, it is a Ravager attack. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be very scary, to be honest, guys. This will be a tough hold for sure. Well, it kind of depends on how he uses his units. Like, I only got Widowmines. You're not supposed to be able to defend this with Widowmines. Like, you need tanks usually. Now, that is sadly for me not on the list of units I'm allowed to make. But depending on the level of micro here, I could see this go the right way still. Like, I'm going to make Banshees behind this on one base. The Ravager should be arriving pretty shortly. Now, this is going to be a tense one for sure, guys. This is going to be a really tense one. Once I get the Banshees out, we're going to be pretty good. If I don't get them out before I... technically die, if you guys know what I mean. Like, I don't necessarily need to be out of the game, but if I technically die, then obviously it doesn't matter. I go to Banshees. I'm going to get a secondary bunker up there. His build looks like 100% all in, so I don't have to worry about him transitioning to the macro game. If he does, we're probably still fine. I mean, in that case, I still wouldn't have wanted to commit that much to defending, but it is what it is. I guess I could... Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I'm going to make my one allowed Reaper. And then if he's not attacking me, I guess we'll see it with the Reaper. I would guess that he's still going to go for it, though. Yeah, exactly. I guess he's still going to go for it because it would be pretty crazy to go for a strategy like that and not try to get some damage at least. Like, the Ravagers here are so useful, guys. It's crazy. Did he just lose one to the Widowmine? No, you can't be doing that. They're so valuable. That's 100 down the drain. Oh my goodness, that is not good. Just as I was hyping up the Ravagers as well. Now my Banshee is started, so I can leave the depot for now. Don't necessarily have to keep repairing that. I want to guess there's a bunch of links behind this to flood. Like, I'm really not buying the whole follow-up thing. I'm actually going to scout with my barracks. I think that's not a crazy idea. I'm going to scout with my barracks. See what I can find. There's more Ravagers being morphed. Okay, so he's still mining a lot of gas. At least you can know that. Then make sure I repair the bunker. I haven't seen the links yet, but I really do feel like they're somewhere. Yeah, there's no expansion yet. He's going to keep biting the bunker. It doesn't really matter what he biles. The factory is not going to really produce anything more. Here's the Reaper. It's going to wreak some havoc. Maybe it's going to force him to go in. But he didn't even make a queen. Oh my goodness, he needs to wait for the roads to finish. But guys, my one-base Banshee has arrived. And the Banshee might even force the DG here. He's going to try to go for it, but 4 Ravagers. That is not enough DPS, I'm afraid. There's the link flood, but the splash from the Widowmines does the job. Oh my god, those Widow was actually preventing that thing from dying. It's gonna stay alive. And that is a devastating loss for the Zerg player here. And the Banshees and the Widowmines still do the trick, even against the one-base Ravager. And that's crazy. Now, I think if he did a proxy hatch, this would have been scary. But for now, it was a good dub. We have a big win streak. 5k MMR is coming, guys. And for now, I hope you guys had a fantastic time with me today. Make sure to give video a like, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.